Paragraphs are swell. But what if we made it a list? You know how to make lists in HTML? There's a few different types of lists. You don't need to copy this. I'm just demonstrating. Anybody know what element you would use to create a list? There's a few possibilities. Yeah, Kim?
Unordered?
Sure. Oh, okay. That's your answer? Yeah, an unordered list. And what's the tag for that? OL is ordered. UL, right. So OL makes an ordered list, which means the order matters, which means, generally speaking, it shows up as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unordered list, order doesn't matter. They show up as bullets. So an unordered list is UL. So what if we make the div a UL instead of a div? Because that's really what we're doing, right? We're making a list of spells. So semantically, it just makes more sense. This is a more accurate representation of our data. So then inside the UL, we have a bunch of LIs. You don't need to copy this next part. I'm just going to demonstrate spell 1, LI, spell 2. So list item, LI. And they show up as a bulleted list. So yeah, let's do this. Let's go ahead and make it a UL. We'll leave the ID the same, so we don't have to change our selector. Still just hash spells. And then instead of paragraphs, let's make them list items. So just change P to LI, both places. Not much to it. Refresh. And now we're adding list items every time. Seems like an improvement. I like it. We get the basic idea here. You have things in your working copy. That's every change since your last commit. Then you add them to your repository. That adds them to the staging area specifically, but they are in your repo now. They just don't have a checkpoint. You couldn't get back to it very easily. Then to make a checkpoint, you commit. To sync with GitHub, you push. Well, there is a Git client built into Visual Studio Code, which is pretty cool. And I almost used it out of habit earlier. So that's the thing here that looks kind of like a flux capacitor. It's not a flux capacitor. It's like a branch, like a Git branch. So click on that. And here's what you get. It shows you your changes since last time. And by default, it adds it all. If you want to just add certain files, you can hover over it and hit plus. Now it will only stage index.html. I'll unstage that. If you don't specify, then it'll just do it all. So type your message in there, hit Command Enter to commit, or Command Enter to commit, yes. So let's type what I just do. The list, right? Add spells to an unordered list. Command Enter or hit the check mark. Now it's committed, and you can push from in here too. Under the little ellipsis menu here, you'll see lots of options, one of which is push. There it goes. I see my progress here. There it goes. Go out here. Refresh. I'm up to 11 commits. Sure enough, add spells to an unordered list. It's there. If you make a change, notice as soon as you make a change, you'll see one file has changed. So this tells you that you have something uncommitted. Pretty nice, pretty nice.